Oh, I'm here. I'm alive. And I'm coming you back from
Frank made a cleaner episode and dude, I was so nervous. I went to the
So that's one of our new
That's
sound
the new
effects.
sound?
Yeah, that replaced the NASCAR one, and
Nice.
the NASCAR one was good, and I figured that kind of plays the same
Definitely
vein.
say it's similar, yeah.
Frank made
I don't even know
Spragmeek?
Spragamic. Yeah, I think that's funny. And for those who don't know, that was when we tried to get AI to fix our audio, and it made it way worse. And I think it just, when we're talking about AI and how exciting it is, we can remind you guys that it really doesn't work for that well yet.
Sprag. Is it D?
Frank
That one's still sad.
Frank made a cleaner episode.
Sprag me a creener.
Sprag me a creener. I think that is maybe what you were saying.
I think that's Fiddish.
Yeah, I actually, last episode I was saying I wanted to figure out how to invest in AI, and I figured out a good way to do it.
How'd you do that?
It's just through my investing thing. You can just click like what you're interested in, and it automatically splits up into like 25 stocks with different weights.
Right, so it makes an index out of all the AI people.
Basically, yeah, it's like creating your own little index fund by just investing in a bunch of different stocks. It's just like investing for people who don't know what's going on. And I'm excited because I'm now officially invested in AI. I'm not going to press it again. It's getting annoying.
That would be funny if my EMP accidentally went off as soon as you invested.
And it ruined my investment.
Yeah. All of our tech is gone.
Yeah, that would suck.
Gonna tank the economy single-handedly. I'm coming for them. I'm coming for that goddamn White House. They're gonna elect me, and they're not gonna know why they elected me, and then I'm gonna not shoot up the White House, but probably bomb it up.
No.
I would probably mow the grass first.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You do some regular work at the White House. No threats to the White House at all whatsoever.
Oops, my mower has a bunch of grenades in it. Oops, I ran over a bunch of grenades, and the chute is pointed at the White House. Whoops. And now the CIA is watching. Or
At least we got
FBI.
True, yeah, our viewership starts to go way up, and we're doing well.
Yeah.
It's only
It's our agents.
We're literally just on watch lists, and that's why they're watching us, because they legally have to.
Listen to this. We know what we're up against. We know we're in the simulation.
Mm-hmm.
We know what they're up to. So there's no reason they shouldn't be watching us.
That's true. Yeah, they should be watching us every single time we drop. So I guess, yeah. So to the agents who are watching, just drop a comment below. How long have you been watching us, and what have you caught us saying? What if we get like Secret Agent Steve comments? He's like,
it's like, yo, boys.
I've been watching since day one,
Yes,
baby.
Settle down, baby. Yeah, we've said a lot of controversial stuff on here, but I feel like all of it is not controversial. I feel like it's all pretty factual.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that clear to the FBI agent. I know you're listening, I know you're watching, and I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
I'm coming hard.
Oh, let me get my
Product
placement.
Product placement.
My brand new. Yeah, we're sponsored. Did you know?
Oh, by who?
Hydro Flask.
Wow, Hydro Flask. Thanks for the sponsor.
2-year, $200 million deal.
Holy frick.
Yeah, we just had to put a Hydro Flask in the screen. And here, listen. That's for you audio listeners. That's how a Hydro Flask
That's
sounds.
hard anodized steel with an foam insulation, stainless steel on the inside, and it is powder coated on the outside. Thank you, Hydro Flask, with a premium, premium drink holder.
Go to hydroflask.com/FTD and use code
Spragamic.
and then you can get 20% off your next purchase of the cleaner they have for the bottles. They wouldn't let us give discounts for the actual bottles, but they have like a cleaner for them.
They wouldn't let us give discounts, and they gave us a $200 million deal.
Yeah, they gave us a $200 million deal, 2 years. We got to keep mentioning Hydro Flask.
Hydro Flask.
Good, all right. And
we'll round that out.
Yeah.
We'll buff out the corners.
Yeah. This one's kind of
We'll buff
attempt.
the finish out. We'll buff the finish.
But
out.
I was thinking, because I was actually drinking from my Hydro Flask that I got from TJ Maxx, so I saved a little bit of money on it. But hear me out. I was thinking about how much of a slut I am for brand names.
You are?
I'm so bad. Like I had this is to replace my Yeti, and
ooh, that's even more brand namey.
yeah,
you replaced a Hydro Flask for your Yeti. You downgraded.
It's a little bit of a downgrade, but this one I can take to the gym and stuff, and it's not gonna spill. My other one's like
didn't downgrade. Thank you, Hydro Flask, for the sponsorship. Hydro
just
Flask.
make sure you go on
Hydro
use
Flask
code.
And it's not a downgrade. It's actually an upgrade.
It is an upgrade, and I was thinking about that, like the brands like Yeti and Hydro Flask and Stanley right now, and they have lead in the cups. Did you know that? Did you hear about that?
I saw a girl at the gym today with a Stanley mug, and I took notice of it, and not her.
Wow, that's a nice figure you got there. And I'm talking about your tumbler,
Yeah.
not your body. Yeah, there's a lead poisoning risk with Stanley cups.
What are they doing there?
Just weeks after social media helped make the Stanley Quencher Cup the must-have
That's the one that
accessory
she
of the
had.
season.
I want to see if these Stanleys have lead in them.
That's her.
This morning, a wave of TikTokers are testing them for lead and even throwing out the pricey status symbols. The company says its products are safe, explaining on its website that it uses an industry-standard pellet to seal the vacuum insulation, and the sealing material includes some lead. But it's covered with a durable stainless steel layer, making it inaccessible to consumers. The controversy threatening to slow the momentum Stanley has built with female consumers and influencers.
The green bottle is dad, while the quencher is his daughter.
It's some kind of tough.
I didn't know it was that big of a status thing, but she had one. And let me tell you what, the lead thing is fake because of the lead paint, right?
Yeah. They got rid of lead paint so that they could get their 5G into our walls.
Yeah, exactly. So they want their 5G in your cup, and Stanley's actually doing a good job of blocking it out.
Lead's just as important as iron for the human body. Did you know that? And they cut it out so we'll get weak. That's what's leading to...
Do we have lead? Are we leaded?
Yeah, I supplement lead every day. Lead, iron.
Eat 1 pencil a day. Keep the doctor away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that lead?
It used to be. That's why they call it pencil lead. It's graphite now.
Ooh. I've been eating graphite.
Yeah, you've been eating graphite instead.
I thought I was eating lead that whole time because they took the paint out of our houses. We need to bring that lead paint back. Golly. They're watching every move I make. I swear to God, I could hear them in the dang attic last night.
Really? Just trying to spy on you, getting to see if you were up to no good?
And they only got in because they broke through the barrier that didn't have lead in it. If it would have had lead in it, they wouldn't have been able to broke through. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I've been doing that more often lately. Haven't really been opening my mouth when I talk. And
lazy talking.
It leads to very horrific mumbling. So I'm gonna try to start opening my mouth when I talk more.
That'd be interesting. Hey, did you see that? Did you see that those events that were going on where that people were being asked to leave, and people were all scared and being asked to leave and like evacuate? Like it happened at the Comedy Store in New York City.
Oh, I saw something
Mark
about
Norman
that, yeah.
was performing, and they like came up on stage, got him, and brought him out. And then somebody came up onto the stage and was like, everybody has to leave." Did you hear about that?
I did hear about that. I didn't. Why? I thought it was like a clickbait thing. I thought it was just like a heckler type situation.
Let me show you.
So I didn't really
Let me show you what's going
pay
on.
much mind to it. There was like a little video on my YouTube. It said like Mark Norman left the stage, something like that. Didn't pay any mind to it, didn't watch it. Ooh, whoa. What is that? 60 days without my Kindle reading on mini iPad.
Oh, that's stupid.
Oh, okay. Kindle for the win, baby.
Yeah, watch
I gotta
this.
stop doing that.
Ready? Okay. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Hey, how are you? What do we got? A mic here? Hey, what's going on? Oh, jeez. Everything all right? Just want to make sure everybody's good here. What's going on? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Hey. Anything can happen at a comedy show. That was some kind of weird swinger sex party thing. Oh, God. Somebody got tased. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, wait, what? I really froze there. I went Mitch McConnell. All right. All right. Okay.
They're escorting him off the stage.
Why?
And out of the place.
That was the most Mark Norman way to handle a situation I've ever seen.
Guys, everything's fine. We just had a momentary interruption.
What?
Just get up.
What?
Get out the taping. Guys, please can we get out or what? Cut the camera.
Yeah, I'm one of the producers of the show. Yeah, we just need everybody to get out, please. Mark's not coming back. Nice and slow.
What?
Everything's fine, but
Got any photos or video of what just happened?
What?
Okay, look. It was a freaking marketing thing.
Huh? What do you mean?
Apparently it was a marketing thing. That's what
What sort of marketing thing?
The mandatory evacuation of the New York Comedy Club that took place last week while Mark Norman was on stage has only gotten more mysterious since the original video leaked online, which first showed a seemingly intoxicated stranger in an orange hat wandering on stage for a few seconds before being dragged off by security. A woman located on the left side of the screen runs after the man, and Mark Norman is left on stage slightly stunned, but still throwing out zingers like a pro, trying to keep the situation as light as possible.
Oh, jeez. Hey,
Still hard as a rock.
Here. Hey, what's going on? Oh, jeez. I really froze there. I went Mitch McConnell.
Up to this point, nothing too far out of the ordinary has even occurred, as it's not that rare for a comedy show to have to remove an audience member for doing something stupid. But where things get very strange, however, is immediately after this, Mark himself was then told to get off stage without a chance to give any sort of explanation, which left the crowd in a state of confusion and panic until this announcement was made.
Guys, everything's fine. We just had a momentary interruption. Just get up, get out the taping. Guys, please can we get out or what? Cut the camera.
yeah, I'm one of the producers of the show. Yeah, we just need everybody to get out, please. Mark's not coming back. Nice and slow. Everything's fine, but
Got any photos or video?
The two producers who took the mic after Mark was escorted out of the building not only forgot to explain to the paying customers why their headliner just left mid-show, but also failed to ensure the audience of their safety and displayed a level of fear and confusion that only added to the tension.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm. Wait. Everybody, calm down.
There have been many theories shared online about what this disruption possibly could have been about. From a standard bomb threat to the theory that the man in the orange hat was running to a public place to avoid a hitman, or even people who were convinced that this was a legitimate terrorist attack that was actively being investigated by the FBI. There's been
like
thousands of possible explanations
Yeah.
thrown out there for what might be behind this disturbance, but the real answer is much, much stupider than anyone could have predicted. For the first 24 hours after this video leaked, the only information anyone was provided with came from Mark Norman's Instagram story, where it was said that his team is looking into it. The following afternoon, New York Comedy Club finally released an official statement where they said, quote, "We've received a handful of inquiries regarding a viral clip of our club being evacuated last night. First and foremost, nobody was harmed or injured. The disruption was part of a filming by the producers that rented out our venue for the night. So since this took on a bit of a wild narrative, if you were in attendance for the taping, we'd love to host you for an actual show for free. Please email us at info@newyorkcomedyclub.com.
Who was it?
This news was then confirmed by Mark Norman's story, which read, "No one was harmed or injured during my performance last night at New York Comedy Club. The disruption was part of a planned surprise activity by show producers. I had no prior knowledge that this was going to happen." It turns out this planned surprise during Mark's show was one of 3 events to be disrupted that night in New York City, all a part of an attempt at viral guerrilla marketing by a new Amazon Prime show about spies called. We're bleeping out the name of the show and the name of the production company because I personally don't want to be involved in helping this campaign go viral, but I'm sure you could look it up if you're actually interested. As we were saying, the lead actor of the show, Donald Glover, also reposted videos from each of the 3 incidents.
Yeah.
It was
It's guerrilla marketing.
Instead of guerrilla warfare?
Yeah. It's like forcefully marketing through like scaring people. And the crazy thing is, the producers of the show rented out the New York Comedy Club for the night, rented the whole place out, and then so that they could do that.
What the frick? That's kind of weird.
I don't get what happened to that. I mean, the customers people were freaking out genuinely.
Yeah, I know.
So they must have paid.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know. And it's crazy that like Mark Norman had no idea.
That's so bizarre. It's so bizarre that it happened to him too. I feel like anyone could have been on stage unless they wanted it to happen to him.
I'm sure they want it to happen to somebody big.
So it's some random Amazon show?
It's a random Amazon show about spies.
I might have to watch that straight up. Good marketing tactic.
No. This is stupid. I think it's dumb.
You think it's dumb?
Yeah.
What if FTD did that though?
We wouldn't do that.
A guerrilla marketing campaign? Oh God! I threw up there. I feel like that's a good technique because it was all over my feed this past week, and they really got me with it. I mean, I wasn't particularly interested in anything they had to say, but I knew about it.
It's called Hi.
Hi. Freaking Donald Glover, weird dude.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
2005, so what? Was it 2005? 3005, so what? That's that guy, Childish Gambino. That's Donald Glover. That's his new show. He decided to act instead of make good music. I guess that's his choice, though. Kind of whatever he wants to do. Taylor Swift got the album of the year at the Golden Globes, I think. Nope, at the Grammys.
Did you see that Taylor Swift is a psyop?
Oh, she is 100% a psyop. Listen to this. Soros owns her entire discography.
I know, he just recently bought it.
Yeah. And I was talking to Ray, who kind of likes Taylor Swift, and I was like, did you know she's owned and she's manipulated by politics? And Ray's like, kinda, but she made a whole new discography called Taylor's Version of something. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it at all. I think it's all owned. She's a plant. The whole Kansas City going to the Super Bowl, that's a load of crap, by the way. Load of crap. Do you know about that?
No, what?
So Kansas City played the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship. And I think it was the Bills. Yeah. And they were supposed to, the Bills were, in my opinion, a better team. There was one play where Mahomes, right, this is the team that Taylor Swift's boyfriend is on, Kansas City. And there's this one play where the quarterback of Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, is running out to the sideline to get the first down. Now there's a cornerback there ready to tackle him.
Okay.
And instead of tackling him, he basically jukes out of the ball carrier's way and smashes the other guy. For no reason. Like, absolutely no reason. It was like, they needed the first down.
Yeah.
And and basically the Bills let them. Like it was a bizarre. Like you never see that go down in a regular season game, and they ended up winning. Barely.
Yeah.
And now they're going to the Super Bowl, which Kelsey and Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift obviously boosting the numbers of NFL. I think it's a bunch of
There's
hokey
money. There's people making too much money to not let that happen.
It's a bunch of hokey dokey, and turn yourself around. How about that?
Yeah, and there's that thing where they're trying to get the idea is that it's election interference.
Oh, 100%. Well, I was listening to a political show this past week, and he was saying, like, literally the Democrats are waiting on Taylor Swift's endorsement. Like, they are, like, calling for it and wanting it. And the dude was saying, he's like, there's no reason that Taylor Swift should be going one side or the other.
Yeah.
Like, she's a hyper famous billionaire musician. She shouldn't be actively gaining enemies for no reason. Like, she's in a smart place right now where she hasn't said anything, but that the like Dems are counting on her vote, quote unquote, is a little bit bizarre, in that the Soros Foundation owns her discography is also extremely bizarre.
Okay, so here's something that gets a little weirder. There was this video that Bubs had showed me a couple days ago where it was a bunch of different newscasters saying the exact same thing. Like, it would cut from one to the next to the next to the next, saying the exact same thing. And they were just saying, Taylor Swift is not a psyop. She is not a government plan or something. Like, and it was over and over and over. And I just asked her to send it to me so I could show it. They took it down, and I can't find it on YouTube anywhere.
Oh my God!
Some powers that be are doing some creepy stuff with Taylor Swizzle.
With Taylor Swizzle, there was this guy at I think it was Davos this past WEF World Economic Forum.
Yep.
And the guy pulled up a PowerPoint basically on accident. Or if it wasn't on accident, it shouldn't have been filmed.
Yeah.
It was like the filming of it was like real grainy. Someone in the crowd was filming it. It was like easily manipulated celebrities. And they were going down the list, and Taylor Swift was there. And she was like, they were like, we got her. The Soros Foundation owns the discography. It said like pros, easily manipulated. It was like, what the frick does that mean, dude?
The thing is, Taylor Swift is just like a nice country girl that is incredibly leverageable and famous. Like, there's so much leverage to be had by owning her discography, because she's probably one of the most famous people of our time. She's like a superstar.
Yep.
She is a superstar. So it's like, obviously the powers that be are going to go after that. If they wouldn't, like, that would be...
I don't know another person that's more famous than Taylor Swift.
I mean, you got like
Trump,
but he's not easily influenced. And I would think like Morgan Wallen's one of the biggest stars of our time, but he's out there saying the N-word and stuff, so they can't get him.
He is, but also, you go to another country and you say, who's Morgan Wallen? They don't freaking know.
Really?
I'm talking about like
like
global
superstar,
superstar. Morgan Wallen is pretty new on the scene too. I mean, the past 4 years, he's really blown up. And Taylor Swift has been there for the past decade because she started when she was so small. Like Justin Bieber is also a global superstar, but he's going through it every day. I feel like he's going through it. He's Mr.
Probably because he kept getting approached by these billionaire men who were trying to. They were like, well, if you're not gonna, sell your soul to political nonsense, can I at least diddle you? and he's like,
no, please.
No, none. Neither, please. No. Baby, baby, baby. Oh.
Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like it probably got approached. He went into his druggy phase, and now he's in his Christ phase. He bounced back.
He is, and he's married. He's actually got stuff going pretty well for him, I think. I mean, he's got crazy mental stuff from being so famous at such a young age. And he was one of those like dirtbag kids that needs to be put in their place.
Yeah.
And nobody did because he was famous. And that really hurt him. Like he needed a strict person in his life to be like, dude, you ain't shit. But the issue was he was.
That little dude.
He was the shit. He was awesome.
That little dude changed our entire generation.
Yeah.
I mean, the haircuts. Because that dude wore a haircut.
Yeah.
All of my friends and family had the Bieber.
Yeah.
Even my mom.
I did not have the Bieber. I was not a believer.
You were not a believer?
I used to be a Bieber hater until Jack U came out with the Where Are You Now That I Need You?
Oh, yeah. That's
Where
a
are
good.
you now? Yeah, that was... Oh, that song was so good, and it made me a believer. Finally.
I was never on the believer train. I was never off the believer train.
I hate that word, too.
Believer. I was like... You know, the Ghost of Christmas Past from Polar Express.
Yes.
I was more along the lines of that guy. I was riding on top of the train. I was riding under the train. I liked Baby, Baby.
You're going now. You're doing Starstruck.
I really like that. I like that he was on American Idol. I remember that, watching that. Didn't he get famous from American Idol? I thought so.
No.
Yeah, I thought so.
No, he didn't. He got famous because Usher promoted him. He was famous on YouTube.
Oh.
You know who was on American Idol? It was Scotty McCreery from my alma mater, Garner High School.
Scotty McCrae, baby.
Baby, lock them doors and turn them lights down low. He went to the same high school as me, and him and Naheem Hines are like my two closest claim to fame.
Naheem Hines, you know even who Naheem Hines is.
Yeah, I know. Because he went to Garner and he went to State. He tracked me.
Where does he play now?
For the Buffalo Bills.
Does he really?
No, he plays for the Colts or something. Nah.
Naheem
Hines. He plays for the Buffalo Bills. Yes!
Look at that. He got traded.
Yes. Dates joined. And he was for the Colts.
Wow.
I was 2 for 2.
You guys keep in touch.
Yeah, I was 2 for 2 there. And look, NC State, it doesn't say Garner High School on here, but he did go to Garner High School.
Wow, that dude's balling.
Look, and I'm 2 for 2. I said Colts or Buffalo Bills, and he was on both. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's see if I knew anybody famous. I don't know anybody famous, but I saw Link from the Rhett and Link show in the mill, and then I went to dinner with Rhett as well. Or I didn't go to dinner with him, but I sat next to him at a restaurant.
That's so crazy. I can't believe they're from right down the road.
Yeah, they are. Fuquay, baby. Hey, come on now. That's my hometown. Let's go, baby. Not my hometown. I've actually never lived in Fuquay, but I've lived Fuquay adjacent.
Fuquay adjacent your whole
whole
career in North Carolina, you're Fuquay adjacent.
Yeah, I was Holly Springs. I hung out in Fuquay, and then now Willow Spring, and I hang out in Fuquay.
Yeah, and I was 10 minutes up the road from here is where I grew up, and I never went to Fuquay. I've been to Fuquay. Before I met you guys, I was only to Fuquay a couple times, and I thought Fuquay was so far away, and I remember hearing Rhett and Link are from Fuquay. That's in North Carolina somewhere. And I didn't know it was literally 20 minutes from my house. So
it's not far at all.
And they come back and they hang out, and they're just the
I
cool thing
know.
about Fuquay is it's kind of such a small town kind of. It's like a poppin' town. It's fun, but it's really small, so nobody freaks out.
No,
there's nobody there who's they're just I think that's Rhett.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah. 'Cause
I told
feel-
my parents,
it would
I was
be
like,
s-
hey, there's Rhett. And they were like, oh, go talk to him. I was like, he's having dinner with his family.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing
I'm not
that.
gonna talk to him.
That's the thing is like, it's fun to say you were there at the dinner, but I don't like the idea of messing with famous people because you don't get messed with if you're a regular guy.
Yeah, I get messed with a lot.
But it's annoying and weird. So it's like,
Yeah.
you're just trying to have dinner with your family, and then somebody comes up and he's like, "Rhett, I'm just such a big fan. I really love what you do." Like it's nice, but it's not the time. Dinner, like a nice dinner, is not.
I'm always wondering how am I gonna act when I'm famous. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I'm probably going to.
I'm probably gonna be like Howie Mandel and be like real crotchety, and pretend I'm a germaphobe.
Become a fake germaphobe.
Fake germaphobe. Don't touch me. And that's how I'm gonna talk as well.
I'll probably be like,
It's me.
who would I be like?
You would be like, you'd be DiCaprio.
Yeah, where I just like keep
Strange and little girls.
Yeah, I will break up with girls as soon as they turn. What is it, 24?
Yep, very soon.
It's like they have to be like between 19 and 23.
Yep. I wish I could be more like Bill Murray, but I know I would be Howie Mandel all day. All day. Imagine have to deal with the normies. Oh my god.
Yeah, you get rich and then you have to deal with poors, and they're so like right now when I see a poor person, I'm like, damn. They're a little bit, but I'm not that far off. Like I'm a couple weeks off from that.
No, we're pretty far. We're pretty far off from the pores.
Yeah, but I'm trying to do like a grassroots.
The pores are so deep. They're dirty and they don't have many teeth. And you just ooh.
Yeah, I'm going for like a grassroots appeasing our audience
for
them to think that we're really poor, but we're actually got $2 million from Hydro Flask, so we're balling.
I thought it was 200 million.
It was 200 million, 3-year contract, and it's compounding interest. So
we're no longer pores.
Yeah.
Some poor approached me at the gas station. I told you about this yesterday. A poor lady. Her sedan was covered in Harley Davidson stickers, so you know what kind of poor that is. That's like trailer park poor.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on my Kawasaki Volk, and she came up to me. She's like, "That sounds pretty good for Kawasaki." And I couldn't hear her. That's all I heard because I had my earplugs in. And she went on this long tangent about how she beat up her neighbor because she slashed her rims. And I knew exactly where she was coming from. She said she lived right over there. She pointed, and I looked over there, and there wasn't any homes. So I knew she lived in the field. And someone probably came in her field, and they got in a tussle, and her rims somehow got slashed. Her $40 hubcaps were turquoise, and they were probably the ugliest hubcaps I've ever seen. But she said she would used to ride Harleys. She said she had a Sportster. She said, decked out to the max. I was like, I don't know what that, like. What does a decked out to the max Sportster look like? Probably just a stock Sportster to her.
Yeah.
She said she used to ride. I think she said she got in a crash, but I couldn't hear that well. And then I said, have a good day. And I left, and I kind of stopped, put some lotion on my hands so I could get rid of the pore.
Yeah, you got to get that off of there. It's poverty is such a kind of a fun. I mean, I'm assuming that like to be like in real deep poverty is it used to be really bad, and there are situations that it's really, really bad, but there's certain situations that it does not seem bad.
No, like
it's bad if you're a homeowner under the poverty line.
Yeah, the poor seems fun.
The poor and the homeless poors with no dependents and a drug problem, that seems fun.
Like, imagine your biggest enemy is drugs, instead of the government.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I deal with the DMV night and day. I hate the DMV.
They never have to deal with the DMV.
I'm never thinking about drugs. I'm never thinking about, oh my God, I have to get more crack. I have to get more crack. I have to get more crack. Oh my God, I need a Narcan. I'm always like, I have to get this registered. They're not giving me my plate. They're not giving me my tag. Here I am back at the DMV once again, 3 hours in line, and I wish I was poorer.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in the middle where they screw you.
Yeah, I mean, it's the biggest enemy of the state is the middle class, because the middle class has enough free time to think, and that's really bad for them. But they're not rich enough to be part of their club. So the middle class is like the most dangerous thing for rich people.
I'm gonna get in the club, and then, I'm really dicing towards the club. I'm like rolling down the hill towards the club, and then I'm gonna get in the club, and I'm gonna do exactly what they don't want me to do. And that's do drugs.
You're gonna bring the poor to the rich.
Yep. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy an apartment complex, demolish, trailer park, buy another apartment complex, demolish, trailer park.
You're gonna reverse gentrify it?
Yeah, we're going back in time, baby. That TJ Maxx up the street, demolish, trailer park. Demolish, trailer park. Demolish, trailer park. It's like in that movie Santa Claus when he's punching everybody nice. Boom, boom, trailer park. Boom, boom, trailer park. Boom, boom, trailer park.
Gosh.
Boom, boom, drugs. And we're going to get back to the free state that we once were. I'm going to be governor of North Carolina. Roy Cooper, I'm freaking coming for you, you little rat. And I'm demolishing. I'm going to start a new thing. It's going to be a mobile home, but really big.
Oh. Like mobile mansion?
Mobile mansion.
Nice.
It's gonna be on so many wheels.
Yeah.
It's gonna have like 40 wheels on it.
There's gonna be like 70 cinder blocks like all around it holding it up. And no skirt under it or anything, but it's like super nice. There's an in-ground pool.
And it's just gonna be
outside.
No, an above ground pool. And then I'm gonna tear all the flags down, the American flag, the North Carolina flag, and put PBR, and put Natty Light, and put Busch Light.
You put all the beer on the, and that's gonna be the governor's mansion.
That's the governor's mansion.
Have you seen the governor's mansion?
Yeah,
it's weird to look at.
Yeah, it's too brown. It's so brown. Never mind. I have to pee really bad.
You have to pee?
Maybe really
okay.
fast.
Pee really fast.
Holy but Jesus, that was a lot of pee. It was so much pee that it started a lake. It had a river going down all the way, probably 6 feet river, with a large water basin.
Disgusting. That stinky river.
I probably hadn't peed all day, I don't think. Oh, probably did. So, what was I talking about?
You were talking about reverse gentrification.
Roger. Here we go again. I need to open my mouth when I talk, or this podcast thing isn't going to work out. So, reverse gentrification. When I was growing up, we got so excited because the first Walmart in Holly Springs went up. And that was probably the most stunning day of our lives. And we spent probably most of the day in those dumpsters fishing out goods. I don't even know what happened with. Then the GameStop went in. The second most exciting thing in my little town. Actually, there wasn't that many kids in the town at the time, so when the GameStop went out, it was just me going in there and buying stuff. And then that was their whole sale for the whole year, so they would have to throw everything out for the new systems the next year in the dumpster, and I would be waiting that whole time, and I got so much stuff out of that dumpster. God, that was good times. And I wanted to do it again, but I realized this past weekend when I said I want to go dumpster diving that the gentrification has happened. We need to take the upper class out of our system. They either need to go to the elite class or they need to come down to the poors. Because when I was growing up, it was the poors in the middle, and now the uppers are moving in. And we're not dealing with that well. At least I'm not. Because I see all these Tahoes and Escalades running around, and I'm getting a little jealous. But it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Because we're going to get those Escalades and those Tahoes. We're going to bring the poor to the rich.
Well, thanks to Hydro Flask.
Yeah, they gave us $200 million. Actually, I think it was $400 million for 4 years.
Well, thanks to Hydro Flask, I'll be able to afford the Tahoe, the Z71 package, the 4x4 V8.
I want the AT4.
The AT4 freaking mother, dude.
Yeah.
I saw an AT4, by the way, on a video doing a burnout.
Good.
How is it doing a burnout?
Because it's got a big 6-liter in it, I bet, or something big.
It was like a new one.
Yeah.
How is it doing How is it doing like a crawling burnout?
They can burn out. You put your you torque, and then you do a burnout.
I didn't think that was possible on a new one.
Yeah, you press the brake and the gas at the same time. And the torque converter has a stall rate, starts revving up, and then you let off the brake, and then you grab the brake a little bit lightly again. The brake's biased more towards the front, so it'll do a little burnout.
I was doing a big burnout. Brand new.
Yeah. Do you know that Whitney Wright, U.S. porn actor,
Yeah, I know her.
Do you know she went to Iran and posted up in like Muslim garb, and everyone's super mad about it?
No.
Everyone thinks she's like doing pro-Iran propaganda because she dressed up in the like covering herself up in the garb, which is so ironic because she's literally a porn star who takes all her clothes off.
It's crazy that she's covered in all that stuff and you can still see the Botox.
Yeah. Ooh, Botox has been bothering me lately. People have gotten way too much Botox.
No, dude.
Too much work done.
The Botox is hilarious.
No.
Whenever I see a duck girl around here, I just have to giggle to myself a
The
little
big
bit.
weird lips.
Oh,
it looks like painful, like they're hauling their lips around with them.
They're gonna have neck problems from their lips weighing them down. Oh yeah, it's so funny. It's funny that like in Hollywood, all the good Botox people are in Hollywood, and then like Raleigh, North Carolina, there's like some makeshift Botox places,
Botox
and
jobs.
they are just whacked out of their mind. The like, what is it? The asymmetrical freaking women with like their bottom lips just freaking folded down over their chin with the top lip
so much.
The top lip, they put helium or something in it, and it's like rising above. You can just see inside their mouth at all times. Oh my god, it's so crazy. Those are all the women in the white Suburbans driving around with their freaking mouths open.
Botched Botox.
On my way to Dr. Strangles. He said he could fix me. Oh my god, and it's so expensive. I can't believe that the husbands of these women are letting them go.
Yeah.
They're like, I feel like I need to freshen my face up.
It feels like I'm kissing a shack.
A water balloon. You say Shaq?
Yeah.
Like Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah. His their lips are like on par with his lips. And his lips are big because he's a big dude, not because he's black. Not
Feels
because
like I'm
he's
making
black,
out with a party animal. God.
A balloon animal?
Yeah. Yeah, balloon animal.
Yeah.
Okay. They're party animals to me.
Yeah.
Because you only see them at parties.
He's a party animal.
Making out with just a party animal.
Yeah.
Yo! Let's go! no!
He beer bongs a little bit, and you're
The
like,
shotgun
dude,
right now!
I might come over and give you a kiss.
Yo, keg stand right now! Babe, if I down this whole keg right now, you give me a kiss?
Yes. Her lips are hung open. You get
That's what
like
their kiss
a
sounds like.
bra, a mouth bra to hold your lips up. A sports lip bra so you can play sports and stuff because your lips are flying off your face.
That's why I love that, Joe. That's why I'm doing that all the time, just puffing my lips out and saying, "Do I look good?"
Eventually, it's gonna be the opposite. It's gonna be people trying to get like lip reductive surgeries and going for small lips.
Oh, they're all gonna be.
Yeah, for every culture, there's a counterculture, and this one is gonna be crazy.
They're all gonna be like the old man from SpongeBob.
They're gonna have their lips like cut down so that they like don't close.
Ooh, they
you
look
can't
like
close
Skeletor.
them. Yeah, their teeth are out. They get their lips cut up to their gums.
Ooh. And donate their lips to little children
Little children, like burn victims and stuff.
that need new lips.
Can you imagine you get like some nice kissers from some
imagine
person?
you're a redhead white girl and you inherit some black girl's lips?
That would be insane
How
looking.
crazy you would look.
You would look insane. Because I feel like
Insanely good.
redhead white girl has probably the smallest lips.
Pretty small lips. Fair skin, though. I had a guy I used to work with who was obsessed with redheads, and I was dating a redhead at the time, and I took her around him, and he got, like, super weird. And then I didn't know he liked redheads, and then the next day he's like, I love redheads. I was like, okay, dude. I was like, why do you like redheads? And he's like, they're fair skin.
What?
I was like, dude, that's kind of freakish. This is the guy that took 8 months to build an airsoft gun. Not that big of a deal, though.
No, that's okay.
Fair skin is a fine thing to like. Personally, I don't go for fair skin. That's not my thing. I like the leathery brown skin, you know?
Yeah, like a 75-year-old man who's lived at the beach for 45 years.
Yeah, like a woman that's been sitting at the top of Mount Honduras or something.
Closer to the sun.
really close to the sun. And I know when they're older, we're going to age the same. That's the thing about it, is like obviously men, they look older as they age.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
usually, because I've seen some... Never mind. I've seen... They usually age the same. No, men age a lot quicker, at least facially, and I just want a woman that'll age with me and not think, it's a whole Shrek thing where it's like, I don't want to see an ogre, but come on now.
Yeah, we watched Shrek 1 and 2 yesterday.
Back to back.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Awesome. That movie holds freaking time. What a great time. The funny thing is, I remember Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life better than the movies themselves. So it made it a little stranger for me.
Shrek, it's so weird because, yeah, like a Shrek, that's what I was commenting on last night, is that Shrek is a cultural icon for us.
Absolutely.
And it is extended beyond the realm of the movie to the point where when you watch the movie, it's funnier and more entertaining due to the culture it created that now lives externally from the movie.
It's like a cultural inside joke.
So it's like the first movie opens up with him opening up his little outhouse. He like kicks the door open and it goes right into Smash Mouth.
All-Star.
Somebody wants... It's like... And it's so funny. But the reason it's so funny is because of Shrek.
It is, yeah.
But it is Shrek. It's like this weird feedback loop. I really like it.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
just a fantastic movie.
And, the first movie is absolutely iconic. Lord Farquaad is the star of the show.
Some of you will die. And that is a risk I am willing to take.
He is just... The writers of that movie are just so amazing because they put in these little innuendos of adult humor that make it so funny to me now. And back then when I was a kid,
you didn't even notice.
I loved the movie just because of the action and the animation is fun, and it's different because it's a freaking ogre and a donkey going on a quest.
Yeah.
There's random characters, like fairy tale characters. There's random. The wolf is random. The blow your house down wolf. I forgot his name. The 3 blind mice. They all show up in a swamp. He goes on this quest to get the deed to his swamp back.
Yeah, it's so random. And it's Mike Myers, it's Eddie Murphy, it's Cameron Diaz. Like these, I didn't even know that back then. I just thought they were funny. I didn't realize I was listening to like top tier famous people and like comedic voices. Like both. The lead, Shrek, is Mike Myers. Donkey's Eddie Murphy. Those two are hilarious by themselves.
Just hilarious.
And then they do a perfect job.
And just the little jokes in there, like they pull up to Lord Farquaad's castle, and it's this giant brick square castle. And Shrek says like, "Oh, you think he's compensating for something?"
Yeah.
Like just those little jokes. When I was little, I didn't understand that at all. But now it's like, dang, that was so funny. That's something they wouldn't really put in a new animated film.
It's funny too. You hear little comments, like little verb choices that they're so scared of now. Like they called it's the wolf that is pretending to be the grandma. What big eyes you have? What big teeth you have?
Yeah.
That wolf. And the fairy godmother is like, he just saw some gender confused wolf. It's like they would never put that in you never hear that terminology in like Frozen.
No.
And even Frozen was a couple years ago.
Yeah, right.
They just don't put actual funny stuff in movies anymore because they're scared it's going to be offensive. And Shrek, like there's parts of Shrek people would totally be offended by if it came out today. Which is ridiculous, but it's true.
That is absolutely ridiculous because I thought every moment of that movie was just hilarious.
It's comedy gold.
And I couldn't, there wasn't one thing where I was like, ooh, that's like a little, like now that wouldn't hold up. But it all holds up for me. Even Shrek 1 is just an iconic movie. Shrek 2, they absolutely outdid themselves. They had the budget, like you said.
Yeah.
And the animation was way better. It was 3 years later, but the animation was way better. The story was really fun. And then that song at the end, the Pat Benatar song, I Need a Hero at the end. It's just like the icing on the cake.
Hero.
With, what was her name? I think it was Janice Garth or something. That was, not Garth. What the frick am I talking about?
The godmother?
The godmother. Jennifer Saunders, who was the godmother, and she sung that song, and it was amazing.
And she was bad. Fairy godmother was bad.
Oh, she's bad, all right. When she put on the red dress for the song, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, it was.
Look, there she is. Oh, that's not her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a little bit like crazy looking for real, but she is bad.
Ooh,
there we
okay,
go.
like an AI image.
Yeah. She did something to me. I think she just has that she's something special's going on. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, she's got that thing going on.
Yeah, she does.
And the fact that she is like kind of evil kind of makes it a little bit sexier.
Yeah, the bad guys in Shrek there's something like fun about all of them. Like Lord Farquaad is so like you like him a little bit because he's like this crazy self-obsessed short guy who's like just hilarious.
I know, and the short jokes are so funny when he rides up on the horse and he's got these giant fake legs that his assistant pulls him out of, and he's got these tiny little short skinny legs, and the legs stay on the horse. Just stuff like that is just so funny. And even the geometry of his face.
And the
is
little
just-
joke, she was like, I'm sure he'll measure up. And Shrek's like, well, I'll let you do the measuring when you get there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the short jokes are just incredible, and the fact that every king has been short.
Yeah, and the second one, the king's short,
the
too.
king's short. And the king used to be a frog, and the fairy godmother turned him into a human so he could marry the queen. That's just so good. And she just sent him back to what he was. She like casts a spell on him. He just ends up being a frog. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you, Ribbit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and nobody cares. Like,
nobody
at
cares.
all. It's
no.
so casual.
And the queen's like, oh, I love my little frog.
Yeah, like, I'm good.
Oh
Princess
my God.
and the Frog.
And oh my God, you might have missed the scene where Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey, not Fiona, Shrek, Donkey, and Puss are all stuck in their like chains or whatever in this well. And they're like, the boys are there, the three blind mice, Pinocchio, and the gingerbread man are all there to break them out. Yeah. And they set some like tannerite or like TNT, and there's a fuse, and they're like, all right, light it. And one of the three blind mice grabs a match and he strikes it, and he walks over the grate going to light it, and he just falls all the way down. And there's no other scene. Like, he's just gone. Like, that's it. But just that little scene was so much fun.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, and then it goes right into where that's where I walked back in, and they were like, Pinocchio, you have to tell a lie. And he's like, I don't know what to say. And they're like, say you're wearing ladies' underwear. And he's like, I'm wearing ladies' underwear. And his nose stays the same size. And they're like, are you wearing ladies' underwear?
The gingerbread man snaps it. He's like, he's got a thong on.
It's a thong.
Yeah.
Not my gumdrop
buttons. Yeah, he kept saying, I'm not wearing ladies' underwear. And then his nose would grow.
Yeah. That's just great. I like that where it's like, kids are not going to pick up on the minutia and the weird double entendre and the innuendo. They're just not going to, because we didn't. None of us did.
No, none of us did.
There was what, like 5 20-something-year-olds watching Shrek 1 and 2 last night on Marathon.
Yeah.
And we were all so
and my
surprised.
Uncle.
Yeah, your
and
uncle.
My 52-year-old uncle was sitting there laughing. He's like, this is hilarious.
The thing is, you don't pick up on that as a kid, but it makes it entertaining enough to watch as an adult. And then that's the whole thing, is you can watch a show with your kid. That's like the whole thing. Is anyone's entertained by it. It's fun enough and colorful enough to attract kids to watch, and there's enough story, and there's even some good lessons. But then if you're an adult, it's a freaking funny movie.
I know,
with people that you know who are great comedians.
That is the great thing about like the classic old animated shows is just they all have the inside adult humor in there that a kid would not get, and so it makes it watchable for the parents. Instead of like freaking Blippi on YouTube just ruining your child's mind.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like even those little things come back as a little piece of humor in a child's mind that'll just click.
Yeah, it's like building them to be funny in the future.
Yeah, like the Shrek kids and the Blippi kids.
They're very different kids.
Different kids.
Yeah. The Blippi kids we don't even know what they're going to be like yet.
No. I mean, it's just crazy that the year I was born is the year Shrek 1 came out.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that.
Toy Story was like one of the
Wasn't Toy Story the 90s?
I think it might have been 99.
Which is insane, because that movie still holds up as well. We haven't watched that. I don't know what kind of...
95?
Insane.
Yeah, that was one of the first computer animated movies, and it was like groundbreaking. Yeah, and the most recent one is 2019.
Jeez,
they really spreading that one out.
It's crazy. From 1995, just an absolutely stellar Toy Story movie, to the Buzz Lightyear movie where the director is trying to claim that Buzz Lightyear is gay for no reason. He's a toy.
Yeah.
He's a freaking toy.
I can't believe they made Buzz gay.
I don't know. I didn't watch the movie. Do you know? Did they try to make?
I didn't watch it either.
Put any crap in there?
I didn't watch it either.
What a bunch of garbage that is coming out. It's crazy that probably when I was 12, I mean, I was watching the movies that were coming out. I was watching everything that was coming out. I was getting excited. I saw these trailers on the TV for these movies. I was getting so excited. And now it's just evolved into pure garbage where I'm just following a few directors that I know are going to make good movies. And when they make a movie every couple years, I go and watch it instead of like being excited for a new movie.
Well, it's like action movies are the only ones that are still any good because for some reason, violence, nobody cares. But if it's like sexual stuff, people don't like it anymore. Or they do like it as long as it's like different. Like it has to be gay or it has to be something.
Yeah.
It can't just be regular. That's why we had just watched that movie the other day, Gran Turismo.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, why is that such a good movie?
I don't know. That was a good movie. We were also crunk as frick.
Yeah, we were.
But that movie was good.
But the movie was so good. And the thing is, I think that I don't remember which one of us noticed it, but we were like, there's literally no underlying messages.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
And I think that's what made the movie so enjoyable is you just get to enjoy, you get to like trust that the movie isn't a freaking psyop.
I know. Every movie now is it has some underlying political agenda.
Yeah.
Instead of just a beautiful story followed by beautiful cinematography and good acting. It's crazy how we've evolved from trying to create an amazing story like Forrest Gump or Toy Story or even Shrek.
Yeah.
I mean, Shrek is like a copy paste of what is it, the Grimm Tales or whatever. Doesn't matter. That's an amazing story. To now it's like they have to throw something in there to virtue signal that they know.
Yeah.
They know what's going on. It ticks me off. That's what I loved about John Wick too. Not number 2, but TOO.
Just John Wick in general. Well, because it's an action movie and you can get away with it.
It was an action movie. It was just a story. Dude, dog died. He wants to kill everybody. That's the best. It's the best.
And you can get away with it politically, get away with not putting any political stuff into an action movie because it's not like a love story or something that's like, but if it's a love story, you gotta include gay. You just have to.
Can you imagine if they tried to rehash Forrest Gump?
They couldn't. There's no way they could because he's not mentally right. They couldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's an autistic guy.
Yeah. No, they could not do it.
No shot.
There's no making Forrest Gump today.
Dude, move. Ooh, what if you could move Hollywood? Where on the map of, let's say, where on the political spectrum map would you move Hollywood?
Political spectrum? Like if I could put them farther red or farther
like
blue?
like you know, there's Denver, New York, we got Raleigh, we got Miami. Like a Miami Hollywood would just go.
Oh, that'd be dangerous.
It would be insane. You
That'd
know,
be weird.
You got the Texas cities. You got Dallas, Houston, Austin, You got Salt Lake City, Utah. Like, where would you kind of plant them to try and push them in a better direction?
Well, you know where they do film a decent amount of movies. They got a decent studio presence in like South Carolina and North Carolina beaches, like Wrightsville. Obviously, that's somewhere that I know.
Right.
It's kind of not. It's like young and hip town. It's probably a little bit left leaning. It definitely is a little bit left leaning, but I think that's fine for making movies because
you need the creativity.
The weird creative people are going to be left leaning just naturally. I think you just need to take the extreme out of it. Like, you need those crazy liberal, creative folk to be making awesome movies, but you don't need them to be like adding weird messages and like controlling, and then there's all the rich stuff going on in the, I don't want to say Jews, but I don't want to say, I won't say it either.
See, I feel like you put them in like Salt Lake City, and you're gonna have like a bunch of westerns. In the theaters. You put them in like Denver, you're gonna have a bunch of like snowy crime movies. And then you put them in New York, you're gonna have a bunch of like Pretty in Pink type movies.
It has to be that's the thing. That's why Hollywood, like Los Angeles, California, is probably the best place for it because it's almost always sunny. There's water. The weather year round can pass as summer. It's literally always, you can always film there. There's desert right over there. Like, it's the perfect place geographically. It's beautiful setting to make, outdoor stuff. Like, the neighborhoods are beautiful there. The roads, it's got that golden sun. It's like the best place to film TV or movie. And the thing is, it just, I think, attracted so much of that industry that it brought, I mean, it's like you said, they're generally, the people who are creatives are left-leaning.
Yeah.
So it just attracted that to such an extreme that's what we have now. An extremely left-leaning Hollywood.
Need to throw a couple rights in there.
Yeah.
Throw a couple rights in there. I'll tell you what, though, that movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Once a time in Hollywood.
Didn't we just watch that?
Yep.
Yeah.
With Brad Pitt.
Yeah, and Leo.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Freaking good movie. But I think that was one of the directors that I follow. I think that was a Scorsese movie. I'm not sure, but
I thought it was Tarantino.
That sounds right. That sounds more right than Scorsese. But let's see. Brad Pitt. Tarantino. See, that his movies, I follow his movies.
Well, Tarantino keeps getting in trouble with the left.
Yeah, really funny dude, or really weird dude, but really funny movie. My favorite part of the movie was when the hippies just got absolutely annihilated, and I figured out afterwards that whole movie was about what was that?
Oh, the Mansons.
Yeah. And the woman ended up getting killed. That woman that was with Margot Robbie, the lady that was pregnant at the end, she was the one who ended up getting killed instead of Brad Pitt killing all of them.
You know about the idea that Manson was created by the CIA?
No.
What was the LSD project that they had going on? MK Ultra. People are saying that they created Marilyn Manson, and he was like a CIA creation.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, there's that book, Chaos by, who's that by? That's on my list of books to read. Apparently, he goes into all that stuff about like MK Ultra.
That's kind of bizarre to think about. I don't know that story that well, but
Tom O'Neill, Chaos, Charles Manson, the CIA, and the Secret History of the 60s. I think it's on my list of books I want to read, and it's great on Kindle.
Is there Audible?
I'm sure.
I got some Audible credits. Trying to spend those hoes. I've been on the what's it called?
Yeah, it's on Audible. It's everywhere you want.
I've been on the Molecule of More.
Yeah.
Good book. Everybody should read that sucker. It kind of gives you a insight into why your desire circuit works the way it works.
Really?
Yeah. It's all. I mean, it's
about dopamine.
Dopamine. Yeah.
Okay.
Molecule of more, which is like it's a new thought process where it was it used to be like they used to think I don't remember. I don't learn too well. I have to go through the book again. But this guy ended up saying that it was the molecule of more instead of something else.
You know, I mean, this is kind of an offshoot, and maybe this will be one of the last things we'll talk about because I'm getting hungry. But
is there food?
Yeah,
there is.
Yeah.
What?
Chicken and
oh my god,
mac and cheese. Okay, but
chicken
hear me
and
out.
Mac and cheese? Are you kidding me?
And
we're still sitting here.
Yeah, but let me get this last thought out. Let me get this last thought out. I read One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I've been going down like some of the classic like novels, the classics, the ones you're supposed to read. I read One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and immediately I was hearing references to that book in just like other pop culture stuff. Like they were talking about the nurse, which his nurse, whatever, I kind of forget her name, but you hear references to them. Same thing with, I'm reading Grapes of Wrath right now. I've already heard somebody make a Grapes of Wrath joke, and it just like totally makes sense because I know what the book's about now. I wonder how many pieces of like historically eventful or like historically important pop culture that just like I'm missing all these references, because you don't feel like you're missing references when you're missing
read
them.
the Bible. Holy frick.
Yeah.
I need to read that sucker, actually.
Yeah. Go through all the like stuff. Yeah, because people are constantly referencing that.
Yeah. And you know, you just find yourself in situations all the time that you're like, wait.
Yeah,
I see a burning bush, actually.
That was like your uncle was saying when we were watching Shrek. He's like, "There's a talking donkey in the Bible."
He sent me the link to it.
I read that this morning.
You did?
Yeah. It wasn't Eddie Murphy in the Bible, I'll tell you that much, but it was still a talking donkey.
Yeah. Oh, he sent it to both of us.
Yeah. It was a guy riding his donkey.
Balaam's donkey.
Yeah.
Was a talking donkey.
Yeah. He it was like God spoke through the donkey. It was kind of the donkey didn't really have its own stuff to say. It was God's message.
But the donkey spoke, right?
He did speak, and Balaam was pissed. So it's kind of like Shrek, but
he was ticked off.
He was so
Why
mad.
are you talking?
He was beating the donkey. It was really sad, actually.
Oh, shit.
But okay. Beside the point, I think what I'm just saying is that we got to read more books, read the Bible, read all the stuff, so we know what people are talking about when they're making references.
Read the Quran.
Read
Draw
Mein
with
Kampf.
Korans. The Communist Manifesto.
I've heard that it's worthwhile to read the Communist Manifesto. And
I read it.
And Mein Kampf. Yeah, you did?
Yep, I got it.
Really?
Come on now.
All right. Let's listen to this one more time, and then we'll head out.
Shrek made a cleaner. I was so nervous. I know it. I went to the because Shrek made a cleaner.
And let that sink in, everybody.
And that's also the discount code, so type that in word for word.
Type that in hydroflask.com/.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.